architecture in the United Arab Emirates. So, two of the curators, let's say the main curators, could you explain the main ideas of the exhibition that you organized here?
The idea is to create an open archive to trace the history of urban development and architecture in the UAE from 1914 to 2014. And we have created an open archive where people can contribute their memories, their information, and the people coming can open and close the drawers. And it's been designed so that people can go behind the walls and behind the screens of the normally closed architecture.
It's basically an interactive exhibition, an exhibition that uses many different media, from analog media. It could be from a book that you open, a magazine that you open a simple sketchbook, or also we have some digital media that you can watch outside the drawers, but also within the drawers we have placed digital screens in which you can actually listen to what they're saying and actually hear all the different narratives and the voices of the participants, the contributors to the exhibition.
Which are the main lines nowadays in the Arab Emirates about architecture? The new lines, the new ideas, the new foundation in architecture?
At the moment?
At the moment.
Yes, there's a real shift towards being environmentally responsible to architecture and reacting, or not just that, but also reacting with the environment and the climate. So the architects, if you look at the final section of the exhibition, you will encounter some examples of how architects are actually responding to the climate and the actual region.
Did you follow what Kulan said about representing each pavilion the history of architecture of this last century?
Yes, the entire layout starts right here at 1914, and it follows a chronological flow throughout a timeline that ends in 2014. And within each section, we have case studies that people can open and close the drawers, and they can experience, see, read, touch, feel, listen to the stories, not only of the architects and the engineers, but also the people's experience of those spaces and those designs.
Do you think that this is a very nice idea, as the main curator of the Biennale asked people to show how architecture changed, just to find a kind of main common ground for it? What do you think?
It's a fascinating and important brief, and it was very interesting in the case of the UAE, because when modernism came, it was the same time that the country was unified and established and entered the global stage, and yet it wasn't exactly copied. It may seem like, for example, a Corbusier building, but it was much more responsive at that time to the extreme heat of the UAE or to the privacy needs. So there's something slightly different about the way in which modernism and modern architecture is expressed, and yet fundamentally very much universal and common.
Thank you.
Thank you.